I see you all gathered around, terrified, hungering, wondering, when will it come? When will your dreams be fulfilled? When will you be able to explore a procedurally generated dungeon with up to 3 other friends utilizing MOBA-inspired skill shot-based combat, a character progression system that keeps you constantly leveling up, and I am an infested world all wrapped up in a roguelike setting? Well, soon. Hi, my name is Andrew Surkoch, and I am the solo lead developer for Loot Luck and Levels here at R&R Soup. I am so excited to share with you my lifelong dream of a game and what I have been working on for the past 6 months. Loot Luck and Levels is a mashup of many of my personal favorite genres, combining the fun, cooperative experience of dungeon crawlers with the challenging, ability and item-based combat of top-down MOBAs. Sprinkle in a dash of leveling, skills, and crafting, and you've now accounted for the RPG ingredient. But my favorite part of every RPG is starting over, of course, so to garnish, we add a roguelike loop to the design. If the sound of this tickles your fancy, continue watching to learn more about how the game works and what you could get by supporting the project. Being a roguelike means that the game is at its core run-based. You start the game, and throughout playing, you collect items that buff your stats. Once you die, you lose your items and have to restart. But you don't lose everything. Loot Luck and Levels is all about building and progressing your character, not only within the run, but across runs as well. This comes in the form of attribute points, skills, crafting diagrams, and magic shards. The more players present and the longer the run takes result in difficulty scaling, in order to keep the players moving through the level. Players start every run on the Cloud Hub, where various stores are available for the player's use. The map is generated in levels, with each level containing an infinite number of rooms. Rooms exist on a grid and are generated when players enter a blank grid space. Players can travel between levels by using obelisks, which are located in specific rooms. At first, obelisks are unavailable for use and infested by a turret. They must be reactivated through the obelisk event, where players must defeat waves of enemies and destroy the turret in order to advance to the next level. The players always travel as a team across levels and cannot be split up across them. The main way to counteract the difficulty scaling is to obtain items. To obtain items, players must slay enemies, find them in the map, craft them, or purchase them with gold. Being the one to deliver the final blow to enemies rewards the well-timed player with a sum of gold. Items can be bought from the store in the Cloud Hub or unique stores that are generated throughout the map. The game will consist of many unique enemies, each of which have their own abilities and are unique to the environment and level. When an enemy dies, their life essence is converted into a soul point for the entire team. The team's soul points are depleted during the obelisk event by being directly converted into soul allies that aid in destroying the turret. During their character's creation, players have 3 classes to choose from: melee, ranged, and magic, each of which provide a unique set of abilities and playstyles. Abilities have 3 categories: damage, utility, and crowd control. And players can only have 1 ability from each of these categories active at a time, excluding their basic ability or passive abilities. Abilities can be permanently improved by finding rare items known as shards. Shards are imbued with elemental power and can be applied to abilities to consume the shard and permanently enhance the ability. Shards can also be applied to weapon slot items to enhance the player's basic ability, but this is only active for the run as all items are lost at the end. Throughout runs, the temporary run level will increase as players get kills. Every level up rewards the player with ability and attribute points that can be spent to improve the player's performance. Ability points are temporary and reset at the end of the run. Attributes, however, are permanently tied to your character and slowly increase base player stats such as health, mana, regeneration, armor, attack speed, movement speed, and more. Additionally, they morph your character's visuals accordingly. Because more levels means more fun, Loot Luck and Levels provides a skill system as well. This here is a non-comprehensive list of the planned skills so far, with the use of these skills revolving primarily around crafting. Melee classes go mining and smith their equipment, while ranged classes chop wood to craft their bows. Magic classes must use a little bit of both worlds, while all classes utilize skills such as farming to improve their alchemy and fashion useful potions. Throughout the world, players can find wild resources that are used in many crafting recipes, and require skills to harvest. Players will also be able to custom grow their own resources through the farming skill. Players can find crafting diagrams throughout the world which can be consumed to permanently apply to your character. This allows well-planned players to get a significant edge throughout the game, being able to craft powerful items or potions and reserve their gold for other purposes. Well, that about wraps up a quick shakedown of the game at its core. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I piqued your interest. If you want to stay in the loop as to the development of Loot Luck and Levels, hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. If you're in love with the project and can't wait until it comes out, come and support the project on Patreon and gain access to weekly development builds and community access and voting power. Thanks again for watching.